What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to be talking about what I believe is one of the most useful and yet underutilized power control mechanics in the game. So we're talking about Dormammu. Now everybody knows Dormammu is a great defensive champ, and the reason for that is he places degeneration on his opponents frequently when their buffs expire. And if you have Mystic Dispersion active, he also gains power at the same time. So incredibly powerful as a defensive champion. Don't want to take anything away from that because he's great in that aspect. But Dormammu is also an incredibly powerful champ as an offensive champion. So we're going to jump right into his abilities here, where I want to show you guys a couple of things. The first thing is, when you finish a combo with a medium attack, the target doesn't gain any power from that last hit, and it's going to deplete up to 7.5% of the target's max power. Now basically what that means is, if you're using a 2-hit medium combo, every bit of the power that you're giving the opponent is immediately going to be taken away. And then with the special 2 attack, you have a 100% chance to power lock for 8 seconds. So if you use a medium combo, taking away their power, and then power lock, you're going to prevent them from ever even getting to 1 bar of power. And I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. But first, I want to mention a couple of other things. Heavy attacks place what's called a soul bond. Now a soul bond is going to be a little debuff, you're going to notice, up under your opponent's health bar, and it's going to have a little number next to it. When you first place it, it's going to have a 1. Every time the opponent's power goes down, which if you're power draining them with a medium hit at the end of a combo, it's going to go up after every 2 hits. Once it hits 100, you can detonate it for 47.35 per soul bond, and that goes up to a max of 100. So every time you drain their power, you're going to be building this up, and once it hits 100, you can do an extra 4,735 damage by detonating it with an extra heavy attack. So that's important. Now the other thing that's going to happen as you drain their power is you're going to gain dark energy. Now dark energy is going to be a little purple buff up under your health, and what it does is when it hits 100, the same way as the soul bond, it's going to give a little green buff, and what that does is it allows you to use the imbued effect of all the different abilities he has. So basically, the most important one that we want to look at is, let's say you make a couple of mistakes, or you're fighting somebody like a Hyperion who's gaining power even though you're playing perfectly. What that does, when you use the imbued effect of the special 2, so you have that little green buff and you use your special 2, it's going to drain 20% of the target's max power per hit, and that boils down to basically 4 hits per special 2. So you're going to be draining 80% of their power. Even if they're gaining power, you're still going to be able to drain it all and then power lock them. So most of these other imbued effects really don't have a lot of benefit. And also, just as a note, you want to be careful that you don't finish with a medium attack when you have the imbued, so that you can get the special 2 off and use the imbued effect there. So let's show practically what that looks like. Now today's duel day, so I'm going to be fighting the duel target. You guys should do your duels. It's easy and quick and helps the alliance. I know the rewards aren't great, but every little bit helps, so you guys should be doing it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to get a parry. Oh, we're going to try and get a parry. Okay, now we're going to place that soul bond. You'll notice that little debuff there. And then instead of doing my normal 5-hit combo, I'm going to do a 2-hit combo featuring mediums each time. Okay, now I made a mistake there. That's okay, we're still fine. Okay, now you'll see I've got the green imbued effect. So that's going to burn off all of his power. So immediately erase the mistake I made. Well, almost. And then we're going to detonate that soul bond for huge damage. I'm going to power lock him again, and this should put him down. Okay, so even making some mistakes, you guys, you can see he never got to a full bar of power. And that's with me hitting him 31 times, and he hit me 15 times and still never got to a full bar of power. That is incredibly useful. So, made some mistakes there, which is actually good for you guys to see that making some mistakes with Dormammu, he can actually bail you out and still keep you from getting hit with any specials, and really that probably saved me there, because if I had gotten hit by a special, I would have definitely died. So Dormammu is awesome for power control. You should definitely consider using him as an offensive champ, if not for Alliance War because he's such a good defender, for Alliance Quest, or for your solo quest. So definitely pull out the Dormammu, use him, and I hope you enjoy him as much as I do. So I think that's going to conclude this video, guys. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new today, I'd really appreciate it if you'd smash that like button. Also, share with your alliance mates so they can learn something new and hopefully help your alliance. And lastly, if you'll subscribe to Twitter, I post when I go live or add a new video, so I'd really appreciate that. And then also, I'm going to put a really big button right here above my head that's going to allow you guys to subscribe. So if you made it this far, you should definitely do that. And always, as always, guys, I hope y'all have a fantastic day.